Thanks for checking in again to the Friday 13th YouTube channel, Metalheads. Today I've got another great review for you. This is by New Yorkers, The Rods. Now, the band have just released their new album for Massacre Records. It's called Wild Dogs Unchained, released on the 5th of September. If you like The Rods' previous albums, you're really going to like this review. Check it out, Metalheads, and thanks for watching. Now, the band was formed back in 1980 by original guitarist and vocalist David Rock Feinstein. Also on the band back in the day, we'd have Canedy on drums, who's still with the band now, and original bass player Steve Stammer. And for some of you out there who don't know about Dave's history, it's also the cousin of Ronnie James Dio, the man. In the early stages of hanging around New York and New Jersey, the band built up a really good reputation and a strong fan base. As some of you also may know, Kyle Canedy is a great producer. Back in the day, he worked with some great bands such as Anthrax, Raven, and the band would release their debut album back in 1981. It was called Rock Hard, which was originally reissued under the name The Rods. And with the success of the debut album The Rods, it wasn't long before the band released an EP called Full Throttle. This was released in 1981. In 1982, the band released their next full album. It was called Wild Dogs. This is when I got into the band as a young kid, picking up this album cover. It really, really made me think, wow, these guys are awesome. And what a great choice I made there. Next album to come would be In the Raw, released in 1983, and a live album, The Rods Live, in 1983 as well, followed by the next album, Let Them Eat Metal, in 1984, released on Music for Nations. Great album cover, guys, if you've seen it. You know what I mean. In total, the band have released 9 previous albums. The band's last album on Massacre Records was released in 2024. This was called Rattle the Cage. Now, the current lineup for the band is Kyle Canedy on drums, would have David "The Rock" Feinstein on guitar and vocals. Freddy Villano has been with the band now for some years on bass guitars. Now, you could say the Rods are the underdogs of New York hard rock. And this new album has a fantastic album cover, as you can see in this review. The last 2 albums have a great artwork, taking you back to the Wild Dog days. So this new album was a great production, as you can imagine. It also comes with 10 songs. So now I'm going to tell you what the song titles are for the new album. Would open up with Eyes of a Dreamer, Rock and Roll Forever, Mirror Mirror, Tears for the Innocents, Wild Dogs Unchained, title track of the album. We'd also have Time to Rock, Run, 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 World's on Fire, Make Me a Believer, and the last song is called Hurricane. So now I'm going to tell you what the songs are like on the album. Opening track, Eyes of a Dreamer, is a really good song. It's got some keyboards in it, and it kind of reminds me of Black Sabbath's Heaven and Hell, which is quite understandable in some respect because, like I said, David was cousin of Ronnie James Dio. However, this is still the Rods at their best. This is a really good opening song. It's not very heavy, but it's got a really good groove to it. Some great vocals here by David, an all-around really catchy song. The keyboards in this album was handled by Lonnie Park, who's done a really, really good job. It gives it a bit more vibe to the album and some great atmospheric elements. With the additional keyboards, at times it kind of gives me a vibe of the 70s band like Deep Purple, a little bit of Rainbow, which really works well in favours for the Rods' new album. Next song is Rock and Roll Forever. This is, like I said, it's got that 70s vibe of Deep Purple and Rainbow with the keyboards and the music. I just wish that this song was a bit more up-tempo. It sounds like a really heavy song called Rock and Roll Forever. However, it's not, but it's still got catchy elements. Next up is the song Mirror Mirror. A pretty good catchy song. It's a mid-tempo song with some really good vocals. And like I said, this band have kind of gone from more of a 70s vibe or really maybe early 80s. Next up is the ballad, Tears for the Innocent. The title pretty much says it all. As you can imagine, this would be a ballad. Yeah, it's a really, really good song. David's vocals really do shine through. It's a really well put together song with a really cool guitar solo. Title track, Wild Dogs Unchained. This is more like it, folks. More up-tempo, really catchy song. This should have been the opening track instead of the middle track of the album. But it's really, really good. Kind of vocals, backing vocals or harmony vocals remind me of Anvil, the way they do their harmony vocals. I guess you could say the Rods and the Anvil are pretty much similar style of music, but they're both right catchy music all around. Now, I don't know why, folks, but this song kind of reminds me of Thor, Only the Strong Survive. It's a really, really good song. Like I said, that Thor album is really good anyway, but there seems to be some kind of similarities here for me. But both bands and both albums are really, really good. Another catchy song on the album as I'm going through the album is Run, Run, Run. Really, really good song, really well put together. It's got a really catchy vibe to it. And it takes me back to the early Rods albums, like Let Them Eat Metal and Wild Dogs. Now, all in all, this is a really, really good album. It's different for the Rods. It's not as heavy as they've done in previous albums. It's got more, like I said, more of a 70s vibe, but it's still pretty much the Rods. Faultless production, really well put together. The artwork's great. So I'm going to give this album 4 out of 5. If you're a fan of the Rods, check it out. And if you've not heard the band's previous albums, cult albums like Wild Dogs or Let Them Eat Metal, you need to check those out. So thanks for watching, Metalheads. Leave me comments. Let me know what you think of this album. Thanks for watching.